What's up? This your girl Yavante, host of the Underdog podcast, powered by Blazing 420 WPAM, where underdogs get the spotlight and real stories get told. We talk pain, hustle, purpose, and progress. If you ever felt overlooked, slept on, or counted out, this is the platform for you. Make sure you check us out on YouTube, iHeartRadio, and iHeart Podcast with Blazing 420 WPAM. Underdog Up. We don't beg for seats at the table. We build our own.
God has done great things for me. God has done great things for me. His faithfulness to me is so true. When I was lost and could not find my way, God guided me on through. When I was down, y'all, and out and cold, He came and took me from my grave clothes. He gave me life again.
What's up, guys? You're on the Underdog podcast, and who do I have with me?
Chanel.
Okay, this is Chanel. So, do you know Jason Belton personally?
Yeah, that's my stepdad.
Stop playing.
No.
Oh my God. Okay, I did not know that. Okay, so tell me, why are you backing this candidate? Why do you feel like you're gonna vote for him?
Because he's a great person. He can make things go like he can make things happen, you know?
Exactly. But as far as the black community, we need to go out and vote, period.
Hi, I'm good. Bianca Charday. I'm the comms director.
Okay.
So I met Jay years ago. We worked on a presidential campaign together when I was working as a national surrogate.
Okay.
And he was one of the few people, you know, in this line of work, we don't have like real friends or comrades, right? You know, but beyond the campaign, he's my brother.
Okay.
Like that's my brother from another mother. You know what I mean? So yes, of course, we want him to win this race, but I support him. Okay. I know he lives and breathes. You know, there are not many people when it comes to service. You know, they think it's a trend, right? Right. Well, I'm doing this for the optics, right?
Exactly.
This is someone who lives and breathes service.
Yes.
Like service is a part of his lifestyle.
It is,
and that what matters to me. And it's not just because of my relationship with him. Let me be clear. I know many people who I'm close to that are playing for office, who have had the opportunity to be in leadership positions.
Yeah.
However, Jason deserves this.
important before they don't come out and vote.
So definitely, if you are a small business, doesn't matter what the business is or any business entity, whether it's a sole partnership, whether it's a nonprofit, 501c3, 501c6, you know, that's what the secretary governs. The businesses,
Right.
honesty,
Right.
you know, transparency, and so vote.
Exactly.
Vote. Like, know what your list means.
Yes.
Our ancestors are harmony.
Exactly.
Like,
I make sure I go vote. Yeah.
vote. And if you aren't registered to vote, and you know, there are a lot of, especially our black men, who don't know that they can vote regardless of their background.
Right.
Some of those rights can be restored.
Exactly.
For certain. So vote. Yes.
Yes, that's important, y'all. And thank you so much for coming and talking about on our podcast. Yeah, what's your name?
Lolo.
Okay, this is Lolo. We're here on the Underdog podcast. So I got a question for you. Why are you backing this candidate, Jason Belton, for South Carolina Secretary of State?
Because I know Jason's work.
Yes.
And I know his work.
Yes.
He's been with this community for a very long time.
Right.
Behind the scenes and front of the scenes.
Yes.
So when he wins, we win.
Right.
So that's why I'm behind him 100%.
Okay. So, hey, how you doing?
Oh, wonderful. And yourself?
I'm doing good. As you know, we're on the Underdog podcast. Who I got with me?
We got Mr. Terrence Williams from Williams Group Enterprise City Association.
Okay, this is Terrence Williams. Okay, so why are you backing this candidate, Jason Belton?
Because God told me to.
Right.
But it no, for real, it just feels this is the time. The shift is happening, and we can't wait on tomorrow because tomorrow's not promised.
Yes.
There's a change that's happening in our community.
Yes.
And we have to recognize these signs. We have a leader who can empower us, to elevate us in the areas where we can come from, the areas of our poverty levels, and be more mentally prepared for business funding, business opportunities, and a business entrepreneur. And so we need someone in office like that. And why not to have someone from our community, from our background, leading the charge?
Exactly. Because I trust him and he know how to do the job very well.
Very well.
Very well.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell the people how important it is to go out and vote.
Well, let me tell you guys something. You have to take advantage of your civic duties. You have the right and the responsibility, not just for you, but for your children, to live up to your voice.
Yeah.
Your power is in your vote. Your say-so is in your vote.
Yes.
Your authority is in your vote. If you do not vote, then you are definitely not a part of the solution.
Yeah.
And you can't fix anything. So you cannot stand on something that is not going to give you opportunity to create.
Right.
Your vote creates. Your vote put into a position where change can come about. So that's why I feel like a vote matters and vote counts.
Yeah.
And why we should go out and vote to make a difference for tomorrow.
Especially in the black community. If you 18 or older, please make sure you go out there and vote.
Please vote.
And I thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Because you did well today. Speaking of that, now you always do now. You know
I had to slow it down. I realized, like I said, I've had that bill that long.
I know. We love to hear it. No, we love to hear it. We love to hear it. It's always motivation.
I'm just so happy to be here, and I thank Underdog. I actually thank Jason Belton and his whole campaign management for allowing us to be here. We're excited, and we're going all in.
That's
we
it.
turned all the way up. We all the way in. Let's go.
Bro, we here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bro,
What's up, guys? We got the Underdog podcast. What's up, Underdog Nation? I got who work out with me?
Got Brother Craig Conway. Brother Craig Conway here.
Okay, we got Brother Craig with us. He's a close friend of Jason Belton. So one more question. Okay, so why are you backing this candidate, Jason Belton, to be?
Because Jason has run a lot of small businesses.
Yeah.
I'm his partner, co-founder in Vision Markets. A lot of the stuff that the Secretary of State office does, we had no idea that it does.
Right.
So Jason is going to use that office to empower small businesses, to empower the electorate in terms of the voting processes.
Right.
He's going to educate the masses who have been marginalized, franchised throughout the state. We need somebody, like you just said earlier. Well, most of us don't even know who the Secretary of State is.
Yeah.
We're the same one since 2002. And we have no idea what his name is.
Right. I did know.
But there's a lot of us that don't know.
Yeah.
Since 2002, that's 24 years.
That's a lot.
24 years this man been in office. We don't even know his name.
Right.
We don't know what the Secretary of State office does. Right. So Jason Belton will open up the transparency in that office. Right. And we all can benefit from that. Right. So I encourage everyone in the electorate to please turn out the vote. Come out to vote. Please use your power. Your vote is your voice. Right. And you got to speak louder. We're going to have community forums all across this state. But we're going to engage the people to find out what they think. And teach them how to use their power to force these political leaders to do what they want done. Too often, we let our political leaders tell us what they're going to do. So hell no. We're going to tell you what we want done. Yes. And when we tell you that, if you're not found doing it, we will get rid of you in that term. We will dog your name. We will not let you in our communities because you are here to serve the people. If you're not going to serve us, we get the hell out of here. Exactly. That's all. That's what we got to be that passionate about.
And they don't know about that.
We got to be that passionate. We play too damn much. We're going to hold these people accountable to us. If they don't want to be accountable to us, they get the hell away from us. So ask for our vote. We're not going to give it to you. But we're going to ask for our vote. We're going to do what the hell we say.
We say, we hiring you. We're hiring you. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry.
I know. It's cool. You need that. And you gotta talk to people like that sometimes so they can understand and wake up. But I love it. Thank you so much. I know you're gonna be here. I know Jason got your vote. I know he does. Thank you so much.
Let me see. Underdog.
Hey, how y'all doing, Underdogs? I got another candidate or another person here from what's your name?
My name's Kyle Freeman. I'm running for United States Senate.
You running for United States Senator?
Yeah, I'm running against Lindsey Graham.
Oh my God. Okay, I'll make sure I vote for you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Better vote than Lindsey Graham, I promise.
Right. I mean, yeah. Let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Okay, so I got a question for you. Jason Belton is running for South Carolina Secretary of State. Why are you backing this candidate for that position?
Because he's exactly the kind of candidate that we need right now. Right. We need people that are focused on being honest and authentic about who they are and not trying to follow some scripted narrative. He speaks from the heart. He speaks from the gut. He intertwines his faith into his politics because that's who he is.
Yes.
And we need people that are honestly representing themselves and what they believe and what they stand for, what they're willing to fight for.
Exactly.
Jason's exactly the person that this moment in history needs.
Yeah.
And I relate a lot to him because of that. And I see that all up and down the ballot. And like now's a great time to get involved and to get excited about the candidates and actually come out to vote because we got people like Jason Belton. We got people like Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah.
We got people like Sylvia Wright. These are authentic people that are focusing more on service and the community than they are about some political career.
Exactly.
And we need to start getting rid of all of these people that are super entrenched and aren't actually improving our communities and actually improving the state. I mean, if you look around the state, look at the problems. Look at all of the damage that's not being done. Look at all of the businesses that are closing down.
Right.
These people no longer care about the people that vote for them.
Yeah.
And we need people that are honest and authentic to repair our relationship with our own government.
Right.
And Jason is a great asset to repairing that relationship. And he's going to be great in the state level and working with his communities and having an open door to the people all across the state.
Right.
And we've got Sylvia Wright, who's going to be doing that for families and education. We have Jermaine Johnson that's going to be doing that for the governor. And I plan to make that connection for Washington, D.C., along with people like John Gregory Vincent. We've got names all up and down the ballot.
Right.
Like, do your research. There are fantastic people running in this primary.
Yes.
But we need to make sure we're voting for the right ones.
Exactly.
Because we have some not fantastic people running in the primary as well.
Right.
And so he represents this new Democrat that's rising up. That is anti-establishment but pro the people.
Yes.
And he's what we need. That's why I'm excited and honored to be here today to be able to show my support for him because I believe that this is a big movement. This is the blue wave that people have been talking about. And he's one of the people leading the charge. I'm proud to be a part of it.
Okay. So tell the people how important it is for everybody to go out and vote.
So I think my mother put it the best way I've ever heard, which is if everybody in this state who said that their vote didn't matter actually went out and voted, this would be a very different country.
Yes.
And that's really what it comes down to. The thing that people need to remember is a lot of money, resources, intention, thought, like a ton of investment goes into convincing you that your vote doesn't matter and that you shouldn't go out to the polls. That's billions of dollars.
That is crazy.
Thousands of hours of invested time to convince people that you shouldn't go to the polls. Remember that fear is their greatest defense.
Right.
And as long as you can overcome that fear and make sure that you don't fall for their lies and deceptions, show up to the vote and get involved with your community, even if it's on a hyper-local level, that is how they are going to be defeated, which is why they invest so much into convincing you the other opposite.
That is crazy. I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Heritage Foundation, that think tank, I mean, they have a whole plan of Project 2025 is to try to disenfranchise as many voters as possible. This is exactly what we're seeing with the SAVE Act.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all part of Project 2025. This is, they are intending to get as few people eligible to vote as possible.
Right.
So that politicians have to narrow their focus and only focus on the hyper-rich or the frequent donors, and everybody else can just be ignored.
Right.
And as long as they can convince you that your vote doesn't matter, they don't have to invest in keeping you from going to the polls.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you should definitely go out and vote because the people that need you to not vote are working really hard to trick you into not coming out.
That
which
is crazy.
Shows you how valuable it is.
Exactly. For them to put that much effort in, it's very valuable.
Yeah, it's extremely.
Yeah.
And that's what the SAVE Act is all about. That's why they're trying to purge voter rolls. That's nothing to do with election integrity. They don't care about that.
They don't.
It's just about convincing people that it doesn't matter to go to the polls.
That's crazy. I'll make sure we is out there to vote. Now tell everybody your name again, what you're running for, and what you're trying to do.
My name is Kyle Freeman. I'm running for United States Senate against Lindsey Graham. I'm running on the Democratic ticket. I'm running with the idea that we need honesty and integrity in order to help fix our country and repair our relationship with our government. If you want better health care, if you want more fair economics, if you want unions and collective bargaining, if you want better education, if you want more well-funded public services, I'm your guy. I'm fighting for unions. I'm fighting for education. I mean, my wife's a teacher. You know, and most importantly, because so much of my family is military, I'm fighting for our veterans because the way that our country has treated our veterans is absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah, it's mandatory.
My cousin, a man named Matthew Freeman, he was a captain in the Marine Corps, and he was killed in the line of duty, saving the lives of 5 men. And I found out not too long ago that one of those 5 men that he rescued took his own life because of PTSD. And
I battle with PTSD,
but it's absolutely shameful, and it's a disgrace that our country has failed that person so much. But he's also failed everybody that worked with that man, like my cousin.
Yeah.
And to ask them to sacrifice so much and then for our government to do so little for it is something that should be embarrassing to everybody. And so veterans affairs and having better options for our veterans, better care of our veterans, of fully funding the programs that we know work and we know help. That's like one of my primary goals running in the background.
I'm definitely voting for you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I'm definitely voting for you. And I'm going to tell everybody else to vote for you. Now, you got any social media you want to shout out?
Yeah, you can check me out on KyleForSC.com. And I'm at KyleForSC on basically everything. So please look me out, Kyle Freeman. Thank you all so much for giving me the opportunity to represent you.
Thank you so much for coming and putting your voice on here. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. My pleasure.
You got my vote.
I appreciate that. You have a great one.
What's up, guys? You're on the Underdog podcast, and I got Jason Belton with me. The candidate that's running for South Carolina State. South Carolina Secretary of State. Okay, so why should everybody vote for you?
I've been in the community. I know what the community is like. I got the heart of the community, and this type of energy can win this election.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So how do you feel about tonight? Like, what was the turnout for you? It was a lot of love in the building. I met a lot of good people here. So how do you feel about tonight?
I'm so overwhelmed by the love. It's nothing like love.
Yes.
And that moves me, that motivated me to really know I can do this.
I know.
That's just it.
I know. I feel the same way. I swear to God. And then, like, talking to the people and all the good things they have to say about you, like, I know for a fact, to me, we're going to go ahead and manifest it. You're going to win.
Yeah, we're going to do this.
We're going to win this
I had to stop from crying earlier. It looked like I was about to cry.
Stop playing.
Yeah, it was kind of touching me a little bit.
Okay. Yes, but it's so much love in the building. Okay, so let everybody know, why is it so important for everybody to come out and vote?
Number one, we can take back the power. The power need to be back to the people.
Yes.
And the way we do that, we got to get those who think they are the power out of those seats. So we get together, put our votes together. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But nah, this type of energy like we did right now is the energy that can take over this state.
Right. We need to do something different. We don't need to do old school shit. You are the walk into how everybody is doing this shit right now. Podcasts, the media, everything, like millennial way. So, I am. You know, you got my vote.
Right, I appreciate it.
Everybody that's around me, we got a vote.
It.
So, tell everybody where you want them to follow you at, and to come out and vote for you, and why.
Right. As I follow God, follow me. Jason Belton for SC.com. I'm a little tired, but I am overwhelmed by the love. I'm joyful. I thank God for even being in a position to do this, and we can win this. Again, Jason Belton for SC.com.
And where can they donate money at?
The donate site is on the same thing as Act Blue, but it's on the website as well.
Okay, we got Jason Belton. Y'all please go out and vote for my brother. It's a brother I knew for a long time.
Love y'all in the Lord.
He's trustworthy and he's knowledgeable. Vote for him.
Amen.
Thank you.
He gave me life again. God has done great things, y'all. That's what he keeps on doing. Yes, he keeps on doing.
Now, you can donate as little as $1 and as much as $3,500. Now, if we need to figure out how to do anything but that, we can talk in the back. But but please, y'all, share his content, donate to his campaign, and help us spread the word and get him across the finish line.
My name is Lindsay, and I've had the privilege of working with Jay the last couple of years. And I'm just in awe tonight listening to all that he does for his community, for his family. I mean, he does so many different aspects, and I thought he gave everything to the job that we've been doing. And I didn't realize how many different parts of himself he gave away. And so when he asked me to get up and here and speak tonight, I thought, what am I going to say about Jason? What am I going to say about Jay? And the word that came to mind for me was service. And so I Googled it, and it says service to others is the selfless act of improving lives driven by empathy and compassion rather than personal gain. Leave my glasses. All right. So we all know that we see this in Jason in all these different aspects that we've been talking about tonight. It said it involves using one's time, his own time, one's skills, all of Jason's skills, and his resources to support, empower, and meet the needs of others. And it sounds like he does that in every aspect of his life. And I love this sentence here. It says, it is a proactive, heartfelt commitment to creating a positive impact. And I think that's what we need. And that is why we're here tonight for this man. It is with my honor to introduce the man of the hour, Mr. Jason Belton.
Because the Lord is my shepherd, I got everything I need. Because they're lying in the meadow's grass and lead me beside the quiet stream. He restores my family hand, and he helps me do what honors him the most. That's why I'm saved. That's why I'm saved. That's why I'm saved. Saved. I'm gonna say this for those who don't know my struggle. Because Lord is my shepherd, I got everything I need. He helped me like the meadow's grass and lead me beside the quiet streams. He number one. I had to get that out of my system. I don't think people understand what I've been through. When the devil come against you and your family and try to tear down your name, the way he tried to do me, I can't help but praise God. That's the only reason I'm able to be in front of you today. That's the only reason I'm able to be in front of you today. Okay? All right, we can cut out. Reset. Thank y'all for coming. No, seriously, first before I get started, I want everybody to give a hand clap to my beautiful wife. This definitely out of her comfort zone to be here. I promise I wasn't gonna call her up, so I'm gonna let you ride. But when we get into the Secretary of State house, you're gonna have to do a little talking, okay? All right, guys. First, I want to give honor to God. That's why you're gonna see me a lot do devotion, because once again, I went against a lot of battles. I had a lot of challenges. People tried to tear down my name, but God helped me restore that. Now I know it's so many people that have been through the same thing that I've been through, but maybe not dealing with the judicial system. Maybe, how many of those out here have your own business? Right? It's so many of you have been marginalized because the Secretaries of State's office prefers to make sure all the tax incentives go to the corporate businesses, right? These resources should be provided for folks and everyday common folks like you are. I ran my own business since I was 12 years old. You don't believe me? Ask my daddy. Okay? Love him, by the way. Very strong man. His lovely wife, my stepmother. Let's give her a hand clap as well, too. You can't handle business if you don't have a strong family behind you. Now, the next thing, who has a nonprofit or a charity in the room? How many of you have been funded with at least $50,000? Thank God for you, Javar. But as you can see, he was the only one that raised his hand in this room. Now, one thing I got tired of is all these corporate nonprofits and movements coming through our neighborhoods, those neighborhoods that have been marginalized and disenfranchised, and they want to come and just buy chicken and hot dogs and tell us to bring the people out, while they're taking in all the different resources that was provided to the state to uplift these communities, right? So when I get in Secretary of State's office, first thing I'm gonna do is make sure that everybody have access to the same resources. We have to balance out the field, guys. We have to balance out these fields. Who's in here registered to vote? Hallelujah. I should be winning this thing, right? Now, it's an area in Columbia that we're going to on May, I believe, the 3rd. The colonies. Hundreds of young folks who have been registered. But for some reason, these polling precincts are nowhere near these marginalized communities. How do y'all think so? If we start voting our own self-interest, we'll start pulling a lot of these devils out of them seats. This is a fact. But what they have done is move these precincts 3 miles up, 2 rights, 3 lefts, and down the hill. And then take it off of the bus lines, right? So we need somebody that's gonna get in office and be fundamentally fair. Bring these precincts by these communities so we can get our young folks out engaged and to vote. All of these things I'm talking about, guys, have been weaponized out of the Secretary of State office. Now, you're going to hear some people say, Jason don't know what he's talking about. Our Secretary of State has not control of all that. But let me tell you one thing. When I get into the Secretary of State's office, I don't care what they make my business. I'm going to make it my business to make sure our people are good, right? I know y'all want to hear me come up here and preach. I think it's very important that we understand what all is produced out of the Secretary of State's office. Who in here knows who the Secretary of State even is? My point. Guys, we can win this. We can win this. We can win this. We're gonna have doubters. And when I say we, I'm not just talking about my campaign. Guys, over the past few years, since 2020, we have been under such oppression, because our people are not understanding the power within themselves. It's about 60 people in this room right now. What's 60 times 10?
600.
What's 600 times 10?
6,000.
6,000. I know we got some mathematicians in here. What I'm saying, guys, is numbers is everything. This room is powerful. If this room magnifies itself, walk in your own power, that's how I can win this. It's gonna take the numbers from all of you. We got to get out there to them polls, just like we used to go to the club back in the day. Some of y'all know because I was with you. I was with you, but I'm delivered. We can win this, guys. I just want to talk to y'all heart today and let you know I'm tired of them weaponizing the system against us. But we have to stop falling victim to the system. We have to stop falling victim to the system. The brother got up here earlier. Brother that came from the streets. Brother Jermaine, raise your hand. Give this brother a hand clap. This brother did over 10 years in prison, came home, turned his life around, got with me, brought almost 100 brothers to the park. We got them all registered to vote. Right after that, they ran their own candidate for mayor, right out of the marginalized communities. That's power. That's power. But we're going to need somebody who is behind the scenes, that is holding these folks that are trying to abuse the system accountable. One thing about the Secretary of State's office, it's his job to make sure he's holding these elected officials accountable. It's his job to make sure that the voting rolls and all these different things in the process of voting is protected and transparency is to the community. But how is he being transparent if only 10% of this room even know who he is? Last thing I'll say, I know folks in here saying that they already been registered to vote, but I'm advising you guys, update your registration. Go to SouthCarolinaVotes.org, because in November, up to 200,000 voters will be purged from the voter rolls. Up to 200,000 voters. And what community y'all think that's coming out of? Ours. I'm not here to preach to y'all today. I'm here to give y'all the truth and reflect transparency now before I even get into the Secretary of State's office. I'm tired of these politicians always doing this. But me, my co-founder, Brother Craig, Brandon Upson, Brother Javar, Sister Nicola, Sister Bianca, Sister Yolanda, Sister Peggy, I need to keep naming. What I'm saying is, I know our community because I worked in them. And these folks in this room have been actively working in these communities for years. But what I'm telling y'all is, I'm tired of you guys being suppressed. I'm tired of you guys not having resources when I know that it's here in the state, in line right on the desk of the Secretary of State. What I'm telling you right now, you might as well go ahead and swoop it off the desk and pack his bags, because Jason Belton is coming in that office. He's coming in that office. But update your registration, guys, because we got a battle to fight. I know what challenges look like, because they thought the challenges that I went against was going to define me. But I'm standing here in front of you, a free man. I'm not looking for redemption, because they lied in the first place. They created a system to marginalize even me. In fact, they was going to throw me away in a jail, but I fought back. There was multiple times that I was going to try to take other avenues, but the encouragement from my family and a lot of these folks in the room kept me moving. The prayers from my church family, all my church family right there, go ahead and raise your hand. We all in the body of Christ right here. It was those prayers that motivated me to keep moving. And that type of energy is what I'm going to bring in this campaign. I will fight for y'all. This is a war, guys. Let me hear you say war. 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 I need Bernard, the owner of TCC, to hear that. Go a little louder. War. War. But not only this is a political war, this is a spiritual war. The Bible is clear on the war that we're going to have to fight against. That's why when I come up here, I make sure that we usher the spirit in the room. It's not going to be a regular campaign, guys. Let me go ahead and tell you that. When God delivers you from something like I've been delivered from, I'll be a fool not to take him wherever I go. I'll be a fool. Don't get this confused. I've been a lot of places. But I can feel the spirit on where God is moving me to. I'm not trying to preach to you guys, but what I'm also trying to say is we've been dealing with the same type of Democrats for years now, and we're still under the same oppression here in South Carolina. I'm done talking about Trump. I'm done talking about a supermajority. I want to talk about how we can move forward and get all these people that think they are kings out of those so-called thrones. When we vote, we are investing ourselves. We are investing our voice. How can your voice be heard if you're not taking it to the polls? How can it be heard? I see all the rhetoric online, this and that. The energy is cool because that energy is what got me here. But what we got to do is take that energy and weaponize it. My campaign people, they're looking at me crazy. They told me to stop using words like that. But sometimes when you're serious and understand that we are under attack, they're doing it, they're putting us under attack and they're trying to name it Christianity. They're trying to put us under attack and say, hey, the Republican Party is where all that is at. Christianity is just real followers of Christ. Biblically understanding how we're supposed to move in power. But one thing my Bible also said is God having given us the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love. What else, my biblical folks? Power and a sound mind. Who got a sound mind out here? I represent you guys. But we also have to represent those that don't have that sound mind yet. And this type of energy is what it's going to take to win the election in November. These same Democrats that we've been seeing over time, a lot of them are good people, some not. But I don't care how many registrations they do. If you don't have a candidate that can excite the base and speak into the interests of those that have been marginalized, there will be no win in November. No win in November. So I'm telling y'all, the way I'm speaking today, I'm taking this all across the state. And I'm going to let them know this same voice is what's going to be stumping through those halls of the Secretary of State's office. And I'm asking y'all to walk with me, shout with me, sing with me, but whatever you do, bring that energy and bring it to the polls. Give yourselves a hand clap. I want to say thank you to the Toon Squad. These brothers, they hyped me up. Let's give them a hand clap. Guys, we got to stop hiding the culture that we was built upon. That's why I take things like this everywhere I go. That's why this room had my sister T. I'm about to call her her old nickname when we was in the street. Hey, Tanya. I'm about to call you your old nickname. You know it is. Everybody, before you leave, I would like you guys to step over, do an interview with her. Make sure we get y'all voices on this mic so we can carry this across the state. Let's give a hand clap to TCC that gave us this venue to utilize. Let's give a hand clap to the college that participated today and also reflected their bringing an endorsement. And let's give a hand clap to all the speakers that came up here today. I'll say this in ending. All of these speakers that came up here today all have a significant role in South Carolina. These are the businesses. These are the charities and the nonprofits that are moving like a train through this state, but are being limited on the resources that are provided to them. So every chance I get, even before I'm in Secretary of State office, I'm going to give them this platform to say what they have to say, to do what they have to do, because these type of people need to be magnified. Sister in the back right here, their own Magnolia, let me say it right, Mahogany's Cafe. Man, let's give this sister a hand clap. Got a beautiful venue serving our people throughout this state. It's not about me, guys. You know, I had an old fancy speech that was typed up and all that good stuff. You know, I was practicing in the shower, in the mirror. I said, yeah, I got this right here. But it's nothing like when it comes from the pit of your stomach and you allow God to have his way and you align yourself with him. This type of campaign is what's going to win in November. I want to take y'all with me, but most importantly, I'm taking God with me. Give a hand clap to yourself. I'm overwhelmed by the support. Thank y'all.